everybody, it's me, Jennifer Stenhouse from Little Metal Foxes, and I've got a tool tip for you tonight I think that you're going to like. Also, we've got just sent out our newsletter, so if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, do, because that's usually got our updates, tips, oh hi everybody, and good news for, we've got 3 salutatorians that we are appreciating in our December end of year newsletter. We've also got our discount for December, so keep that in mind. You can use that all the way through the end of the month on any single purchase that you want. We've also got for classes, and we're also going to be adding a lot of classes for January, February, and March coming up, so stay tuned for that. But if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, please go to the website and do that so you guys get all the information and discounts and things that are going on. Also, let's see what else. We've got some classes coming up that include, it's loading and I'll tell you what they are, that are, let's see, upcoming. Oh, the spinner rings. Julia's doing spinner rings on December 10th. And I'm doing the flex shaft class, Demystified. So if you guys are asking Santa for a flex shaft this year, I'm going to do all the things that are flex shaft. So not just how to use it, what the attachments are, how to use it as a polisher, but also to how to include, turn it into a sanding belt, how to turn it into a lathe, and a number of other things, engraving tool, hammer handpiece, and all the polishing bits and doodads. I'll also go over a bunch of different options if you don't necessarily want to sign up. Oh, did you just sign up? Great, yay, thank you. And but that's a really good class for the basics, and again, if you're going to be in the studio, it's, I think, probably one of the most indispensable tools in the studio. I could do a lot of stuff. You could do a lot of stuff without a torch, but that flex shaft boy is so versatile, let me tell you. So January 7th, keep an eye out for that. And you can use that holiday discount on that class. We've also got a PMC workshop coming up on January 8th with Helen. It's a curiosity workshop, so it's a little less structured, so you can kind of come in, play, ask questions, and even work together while you're doing that. Another class that I would strongly recommend, especially if you're kind of at that place where you've got a lot of basics, you want to know more about design, you're trying to kind of figure it all out and put it all together, you don't feel like you're great at drawing, and you're just like, oh, I'm a jeweler, I'm not an artist drawer. Let me tell you something, if you're making jewelry and you're using your hands, you are an artist, and this is a way to capture your ideas and develop your designs a little more clearly so you can make your jewelry and your metalsmithing your own. We're going to have a class that is sketchbooking for jewelers and metalsmiths. She's taught, Kelly has taught classes for people that are all kinds of craftspeople, but including photographers is one of the classes that she does this for. But she's worked with a number of jewelers and metalsmiths, and if you take a look at the workshop, you'll see that it's more than just learning how to draw. It's about like organizing and getting your ideas and working it out, taking notes on things, gathering inspiration. So Kelly Wiebeck is an amazing instructor, and we would highly recommend taking that class. So if you're one of those people that's like stuck on ideas, stuck on ways to sort of like develop farther, this is going to be a great class for you. So Kelly is in Germany, and so we love having international artists and, oh, Kenzie, hi, and having people come in that can bring new ideas to metalsmithing. So for those of you that are interested in that, I highly recommend it. She's amazing and has done this class all over the country and is currently teaching in Germany. So I highly recommend it. But today's tool tip is on this crazy little thing I use every day on my desk here at work. And I wanted to share this with you because we use it all the time, and it's one of those things I don't even think about because it's just part of my daily work. And I love having this, and I wanted to show it to you. And you can get a number of different versions of this. But if you haven't got a tape measure attached to your workbench, I highly recommend this. Whether it's on your, I like having it on my desk where I'm working all the time. Both here and at my own studio, I'm usually using a white surface desk that I'm working on, not necessarily a jeweler's bench, but this will work on a jeweler's bench, a workbench, or a table. And the reason that I love it, and I'll show you here, is because, because, let me flip the camera around so you can see. There we go. Here we go. So, what I've got on the desk is a 48-inch ruler. This is a metal ruler that has an adhesive back. So you can get these from Amazon in a couple of different varieties. But one of the things you'll see here is I've got marks at different locations so that when I'm measuring something out, like if I've got a piece of wire that I've got marked for different positions, I've got to do bends at those spots. I can cut my wire to that particular length, mark it where I need to, and it's really nice to kind of have that set up and ready to go every time I make those earrings. I have another location that has the same kind of marks and measurements. But for chain, this can be really helpful. So what I can do is lay my chain out, and if you've got a good pair of side cutters, and I love these for this particular purpose, these are Xerons, and the Xerons are really nice because they're only about $14-15. I love these, but they're really great when you're trying to get chain cut really close down to the surface. These are nice and flush, but because they have kind of a little more blunt but hefty kind of cutting edge, you can cut straight down on a surface really easily with these. So for wire and chain, these are fantastic. And especially if you're using something like your measuring tool and you're like, okay, I've got to have a piece of chain or wire that is at a certain length. These guys are great. You can come in, cut your chain, and go. So, and you can do your multiple cuts really easily to try and get that done. I like the metal tape measure on this because it has a little bit of an edge to it. It has a little bit of an edge like right there. And it's metal, and it does not lose its paint very easily. It doesn't wear down very easily. So this, because it's adhesive, sticks to the surface, and it has a little rim, it keeps little things like balls and beads from rolling off the surface of the desk. Also very helpful. But I love the fact that I can use this to measure out my chain and go from there. So this thing, you can usually get them on Amazon with different configurations. I like this one because it has centimeters and inches, and it goes all the way across my desk. This one measures from left to right, which is great, but you can get it measuring from right to left. You also, like I said, I really like having the millimeters, centimeters, and inches and feet on this one. So these are, again, about $15. They're less, under $15 from Amazon. And I think you can even get this one in a pack of 4 or something. But you can also get these in different lengths. The rulers come in, I think, 24, 30, 40, and 48, and then 60 inches. So you can get like a whole long workbench measured out that way. One of the other things, speaking of chain, that I usually do with the scrap is I'll just put it on a wire like this. So if I have like the end roll, I can kind of hang my chain up and it keeps it from getting tangled. So if I need just a bit of scrap or a little piece that's left over for a bracelet or a necklace, I've got it kind of all in one place. And you can sort these out by chain types with a tag on it if you want. But if you have a lot of like little short, end cuts, this just kind of keeps it all organized. So I usually hang this up just on the end of my flex shaft handle. So there you go. Anywho, there you have it. Yes. You said Amazon for the measuring tape. Yes, I did. So if you go to Amazon, you can find like adhesive measuring tape, or I looked up 48-inch metal measuring tape, and you can find them on Amazon. really easily. So there's lots and lots of options. Starrett makes a really good one. They make great tools. And there are a bunch of other ones, but I really like the metal ones for the reasons that I mentioned before. This one stays nice and flat, it doesn't curl, and it gives me a nice sharp edge on the end. So there you go, Carrie. I hope that's helpful. So anyway, that's kind of the tool tips for tonight. But next week, I want to talk about stocking stuffers for you guys because I know that there's all kinds of little goodies. This would be a good stocking stuffer, the ruler, the measuring tape. But if you guys have ideas for stocking stuffers, things that you're like, you know what I'd like to see in my stocking, besides like a rolling mill, I mean practical stuff that actually could fit in a stocking. So if you're exchanging gifts with another metalsmith, if you're like, you know, I've got this idea, I've got like 5 metalsmiths and I want to give each one of them this thing, what are your favorite little things that are your stocking stuffers that you could trade with friends? So if you've got some of those, DM me, I'll include them next week, or mention this below in the comments below. But I'd love to hear what your favorite things are. One of my favorite things, speaking of rulers, is this one, metal rulers. Why do I like a 6-inch metal ruler in my studio? Because plastic ones and wooden ones burn. So this one's great. I like having a little straight edge in the studio, and that's one of my favorite things that I would like to share with other people. So anyway, for example, yeah, if you guys have something that's like, you got like a Secret Santa in the studio, or you have a bunch of friends who are going to be trading stuff, kind of think of, yeah, that. And if you would, DM me, and I'll share those with everybody next week. So yeah, all right. You guys had a great time. I hope you guys have we're knocking stuff out here at work and at my studio, and I hope you guys have a wonderful season and are taking some time for yourself. Take a breath, and yeah, I hope you have a great sales season. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Bye.